everyone, it's Carolyn here again. I'm in my pajamas. It's only like 6:30, but that's me in my pajamas at 6:30. I did get dressed today. I wasn't in them all day, so that's an accomplishment. But yes, I'm in my pajamas. So I realized I haven't filmed anything in a long time, and I don't know, I felt like I should do it before I forgot for another day. So here I am. So I have some footage from Tara's Christmas in July party that was on Saturday that I've been meaning to post, but I came to the party late, so I didn't get that much footage, but the stuff that I did get I wanted to share, so please enjoy the minimal bad footage that I got, just for a little glimpse at that party.
Angels, oh come let us adore him. Oh come let us adore him. Oh come let us adore him. Christ the Lord.
Fantastic. That's really good.
That was the most beautiful story time we've ever had.
Aye, says the sheep.
Thank you so much for your service.
Nickels. That beautiful sound of clinking nickels. All right now, what seems to be your trouble? I feel depressed. Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know who can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem. Maybe Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
Can you see me at all? Can you see me at all?
It's too early. I never eat December snowflakes. I always wait until January.
I look and say, okay, this will be the thumbnail. Slurp, that should be your intro. Do it again.
You're a disease. She doesn't have any friends. That's why there's no one but me in this. I'm back! That was mean. I'm just
There's plenty of people around here. See, that's a garage door.
It's the band.
Those are my friends, the Polka Kings of the Midwest. Happy Christmas in July. Except it's not actually Christmas in July.
Close enough.
Hey, nice shoes.
How low can you get? Kris Kringle of
Santa Claus.
What's next? Baby shark for you?
This is the real This is my vlog for today.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, if you make it quick, Santa's got a little kid together he's late for.
Say goodbye, Cat.
I know you're not the best.
What makes you say that? Just out of curiosity.
And also, if you're curious, Tara actually filmed a better video of her party, and I will link that down below if you want to check that out. Her annual parties are always so fun. But yeah, so just a glimpse at what I did this weekend. Today, I decided I wanted to do a very belated August TBR / July wrap-up, even though it's August 3rd. But I've been deep in my reading, so I haven't really had time to talk about it. But yes, so this July, I read quite a bit, but most notably I read the lovely Lunar Chronicles series, which I completely adore. It's so amazing. If you haven't read them, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do. They are so good, so entertaining. I felt deeply, madly, truly in love with every character. So I just love them. I'm so sad that I'm done. Actually, currently I am exactly halfway through Stars Above, but that's just a collection of short stories like before the events of Cinder take place. What I would love would be to have a collection of short stories for after winter takes place. I want to know what's going on with them. Like, did Cinder and Kai get married? Did Thorn pay off his ship? I don't know. someone tell me, Marissa Meyer, get on that, please. So yeah, that is what I'm reading now. I'm thinking I'm going to finish this tonight. It's very short. It's only 200 pages, and it's a bunch of short stories, so really easy to read. But yeah, so I actually don't really remember what else I read this July. So that's what's notable. That's my July wrap-up. I read a few books. I've started to kind of catch up with my Goodreads reading challenge. I always set my Goodreads reading challenge for 52 books in a year, which is a book a week, and I always end up getting really, really behind. I was like 20 books behind when I started this channel, and I think now I'm only 5 books behind, so I'm catching up. But that's what July was. Like I said, I don't really remember what else I read. Definitely Six of Crows, definitely The Names They Gave Us. I talked about those in previous videos. Oh, and I'll Give You the Sun. I read that too. Very good. All very good. I haven't read a bad book in a long time. I've been very lucky with my selections. On to my August TBR. So I put myself on a book buying ban because my bookshelf's pretty much full. I could make second rows of books if I wanted to, so I could have twice as many books as I have now, but I don't want to cover up my books. Like, if they're in front, they'll cover up my books, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to have easy access to them and be able to look at them whenever I want and not have anything blocked. So, book buying ban. And I also was on a library borrowing ban because I kept borrowing a whole bunch of books from the library, and then I felt like I had to read those first, and I've been putting off reading a bunch of these books that I bought that I still need to read. But today, I was at the library, and I got a whole bunch of books. So please take a look at my August TBR. Like I said, I am reading Stars Above right now, but I will probably finish that tonight. So I don't really know where to start. I'll just show you what I have. Maybe you can recommend which book I should start with. First we have Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. That is book 2 in the Six of Crows series, which I believe is just a duology, so I'm pretty sure this is the last book. And I really did enjoy Six of Crows, and I really want to know what happens, but this is kind of an intimidatingly long book, so I don't know if I want to read this next, but I will read it eventually. I will not let this go back without me reading it. And then I have Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver, which I have heard is very good. I'm not a big Lauren Oliver fan. I read Delirium. Is Delirium the first book? I don't know. I read Delirium and I was like, I wasn't that interested in reading the next books in the series. But I've heard this is very, very good. So basically, I've heard it described like Groundhog Day for teens, except she's dead. I don't know. But it does sound like something I'd be interested in. So maybe that was at the top of the pile when it was up on my bookshelf. So maybe that'll be what I read next. I don't know. Let me know. Should I read this next? I don't know. Next I have Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler, who is also known as Lemony Snicket, which is why I picked this book up, because I had heard Zoe, read by Zoe, a long time ago, I think, on one of her videos mentioned this book, and she said Daniel Handler wrote it, also known as Lemony Snicket, and I thought that was hilarious. It's like a young adult contemporary written by the author of a series of unfortunate events. That's hilarious. But, yeah, it's just about Min and Ed, and they broke up, and it's about a box of things that explains why they broke up. I don't really know anything about it, but it is illustrated, and it has pretty cool illustrations in it. Also, it is very heavy. Like, I picked this up and it was like weirdly heavy. I don't know why it's so heavy. This is probably like 3 pounds. It's crazy. But yeah, so I don't really know anything about this book. I don't know if it's good or not. I've just heard of it, so I don't know. Hopefully I'll get around to this before it has to go back. That's the thing, like, I have things that have to go back and I haven't gotten to them yet, and then I'm just like, I'll just return it, and then I never read it. Next, I have To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I've heard great things about this series. I've heard a lot about Jenny Han, and she's really popular in the YA world and on BookTube and whatnot. Honestly, I don't know what this is about. You all probably know what it's about. I've heard it's good. It's a trilogy, I think. It's a contemporary. I've noticed that nearly all the books that I got from the library today are contemporaries, with like 1 or 2 exceptions, which is unusual. I do like contemporaries, but I usually tend to gravitate more toward sci-fi and dystopian, usually, because they're usually more gripping. But I guess we're going toward contemporary now. So yeah, my friend Catherine, love you Catherine, she said that she loved this book, she loved the series, so maybe this will be what I read next. Alright, next is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. I know nothing about this book at all. I read somewhere online that it was good, maybe a long time ago, and I was like, Love and Gelato, that's cute, look at this cute cover. And then I saw it at the library. I was like, I know about this, kind of, so I picked it up. Let's see. What's it say? Lena is spending the summer in Tuscany, but she isn't in the mood for Italy's famous sunshine and fairy tale landscape. She's only there because it was her mother's dying wish that she get to know her father. What kind of father isn't around for 16 years? All Lena wants to do is go back home. Then she's given a journal that her mom kept when she lived in Italy. Suddenly, Lena's uncovering a magical world of secret romances, art, and hidden bakeries. A world that inspires her, along with the ever-so-charming Wren, to follow in her mother's footsteps and unearth a secret that has been kept for far too long. It's a secret that will change everything Lena knew about her mother, her father, and even herself. People come to Italy for love and gelato, someone tells her, but sometimes they discover much more. That sounds cute, right? That kind of reminds me of Letters to Juliet, even though I never watched that movie. Is that a book? I don't know. It just kind of gives me that same feeling. It could be totally different. Like I said, I've never seen Letters to Juliet, but cute. It sounds cute. It sounds like it could be really cute. Alright, next I have History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. This I have heard a lot about. Actually, another one I don't really know the plot of. I've heard it's sad. I've heard it's a beautiful story, but it's sad. It's about a guy whose ex-boyfriend dies. That's sad. So, that could be good. I mean, I know it's good. People love it, but yeah. This is a terrible video. I didn't do research on these books before I got them. I was just like, I've heard of that book, and I took it off the shelf and I checked it out. I'm bad at this. Next, I have Our Own Private Universe by Robin Talley. This is another LGBT book, just like History Is All You Left Me. It is about 2 girls. Oh, I started reading this. I'm reading the blurb on the inside, and I realized that I actually had started reading this like in ebook format a while back. So it is about 2 girls that fall in love on a church youth group trip to Mexico. Look at the cover, how cute. I picked it up because it's cute. But it turns out I actually started reading this. I don't know if I stopped because I didn't like it, or that might have been during my slump where I kind of was just like, if I wasn't into a book after the first few pages, I gave up. It could have been it. Next I have Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I don't know why I picked this up because I read Fangirl last year and I didn't like it, and I don't really get the hype with Rainbow Rowell. But this is like loosely based on Harry Potter, right? It's about Simon Snow, which is the series of books that Kath writes fanfiction about in Fangirl, but this is like actually Simon Snow. And it sounds like it could be interesting, especially because it is kind of loosely based on Harry Potter, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a try because people really love Rainbow Rowell, and just because I didn't like Fangirl, I mean, I didn't hate Fangirl, it was kind of really long and nothing happened, and I don't know, I just wasn't a fan, and Kath was embarrassing, but, and I haven't read Eleanor and Park. I don't think I ever will read Eleanor and Park. Maybe if I really, really love this, I'll read it, but probably not. So yeah, this is another kind of intimidating one. It's kind of long, but I'm gonna give it a try. Alright, last book, which is the shortest book by far, is The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. I surprisingly have never read anything by Meg Cabot before, especially surprisingly not The Princess Diaries, even though I love the movies. There's a third one maybe coming out. They're in production maybe. I'm excited for it, but also Gary Marshall passed away, so it's gonna be a new director, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. But I am excited to see what has happened in the years since The Princess Diaries 2. Are Anne Hathaway and Chris Pine still together? Who knows? We'll have to find out. Anyway, this is very small, so this might be what I read next. How many pages is it? It's only 228 pages. That's nothing. But yes, so a couple of days ago, my mom took me to a library in our area that was hosting a talk by Meg Cabot, and she was very, very funny and very charming, and so I decided I should probably read her books, and where better to start than The Princess Diaries, because I love those movies. She did say during her talk that she originally, when she was coming up with the idea for, not for The Princess Diaries specifically, but she was trying to come up with an idea for a story, and her mom had started dating her teacher. And she was like 30 years old. She was very upset about this because it was awkward and uncomfortable. And so she wrote a book about a girl who has a diary where she just complains about her mom dating her teacher. And Meg Cabot read it to her friends, told them about her idea, and they were like, that's so stupid. She's 30 and she's complaining about her mom dating her teacher. Nothing happens. That's stupid. And so she's like, fine. So she went back and she made the main character a 14-year-old. And then she said, okay, I'll make something happen. I'll make her become a princess, because Meg Cabot always wanted to be a princess. She even wore a tiara to this talk, you guys. She's awesome. But, and so basically that, it became Mia in The Princess Diaries. And it just was hilarious to me. I mean, maybe people had known this already, but I didn't know that. Originally, this was just supposed to be about a 30-year-old woman who was mad about her mom dating her teacher. That's really funny to me. I will be reading that, and if I like it, I'll probably read all of them. I know there's a whole bunch of them. Meg Cabot's written like 80 books. Okay, so that is my August TBR, which is a few days late, but it's alright. Not like anyone has expectations for me. My July wrap-up was very bad. I apologize. I just really can't remember what I've read in July. I only can remember the last couple of weeks. I've been reading a lot since June, so they're all kind of blending together. That was a very messy video. My specialty is messy videos. So just a quick update. Let me know, please, which book you think I should read first, because I'm gonna need a new book to read probably by tomorrow when I finish Stars Above. And there's too many choices, and I'm bad at making choices, so let me know if you've read any of these and you enjoyed them in particular. Please let me know. I have something to go off of. Like I said, I don't really know anything about any of these books, other than I've heard of their titles, like I've heard the titles before, or I've seen the covers before, and so I took them off the shelf and brought them home with me. I would love some advice. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. My name's Carolyn. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. As always, I will link my Goodreads, my Instagram, and my Twitter down below, and as I said, I will link Tara's channel and her video of her Christmas in July party in case you're interested. Alright, so thank you and goodbye. Did that turn off? Turn off. Oh, I have a Bluetooth remote now. If this isn't my recording the whole time, I'll be mad. Turn off.